Scott, obviously a tough place to play in Lawrence. You know experienced that before. What makes it so difficult?
I think Kelvin Simpson, his quote was the best, and that's the fans have an impact on the 13 people on the floor. And I know as a coach, I'm going to control what I can control, and hopefully our team can control what we can control. And we play Baylor basketball.
The update on Langston, will he be good to go?
We'll find out. Right now it looks more like a game-time decision.
Was it an ankle? Or?
You get with Dave, he'll give you a technical term. You know, they use some big words that go over my head.
Scott, is one of the things maybe just not being intimidated by everything? Because, I mean, to me, it seems like it would be really easy to be intimidated by the scene.
Yeah.
Allen Fieldhouse, all of that.
Yeah. One thing about the Big 12 is every game is important, and they're all equal. In the last 8 games, Kansas and us are 4-4. They've won 3 Big 12 titles. We've won 2 in the last 4 years. We're the winningest Power 5 program. They're the second winningest Power 5 program. So we understand how important it is to win your home games and how important it is to steal a couple on the road. So this is another game. They have great fans. They know when to cheer, when to get loud, when to have an impact on the 13 people on the floor. But again, we're just going to control what we can control. And when we've done that up there, we've been successful. When we haven't, we haven't.
Obviously, they've got a really good big man in Dickinson.
Yeah.
With your, platoon of big guys there,
Yeah.
What's kind of the instruction of them on going up against him?
Well, I think it's a blessing to have 3 quality big men like we have. And at the same time, Hunter's a walking double-double. And great players, you're not going to stop. You just want to contain and make it as difficult as possible on them.
What makes this particular Kansas team so good?
I think, they have a lot of experience when you talk. 4 of their starters have been there, done that at the highest of moments. Final Four, national championship experience. And that experience, along with obviously very talented players, it's hard to find in college basketball. I know last year, in the past, one thing you got to credit Coach Self is part of why he's a great coach. He always adapts to his personnel, and they got a lot of size and length this year. And defensively, they can make things tough. And you get out in transition, and on the road, that's what gets crowds going is easies, and you can't give them that. And then they got guys that make big plays, big shots.
Coach, you've been coaching against Kevin McCullough for a while now in Big 12 play.
Yeah, about 12 years it seems like.
Where have you seen
Kevin, Bill, and I, we all got in the league at the same time.
Where have you seen him develop in terms of going from a more defensive guy early on in Texas Tech to now being an 18, 19-point a game scorer?
I think he deserves a lot of credit. He's worked hard on his game. Their coaches deserve a lot of credit, putting him in positions to be successful. And that's one of the blessings of having guys stay in college, is you can see they continue to grow and mature. And that's why we coach. We want to be a part of that and see that. And happy for his success. Obviously not cheering for him Saturday.
Do you talk at all about kind of the opportunity and the standings that you guys have, or with the players, or is that?
Oh yeah, we know where we're at in the standings, and at the end of the day, every game counts as one. But I know we like where we're at now compared to where we were a couple games ago.
It looked like in Iowa State and Texas Tech, guys were kind of jumping at pump fakes. How do you kind of, against an experienced team,
Yeah.
kind of just buckle down on defense and stay?
I think the shot fake is like clothes. They go in style and then they go out. The shot fake. Jabari Rice made it popular again, and Langston Love's one of the best in the country using it for us. So first of all, a shot fake works because it's you probably got a good shooter, and so you got to honor the shot, and then you throw in the fake. It opens up not only the side dribble 3, but also allows you to get to the rim. So it's just something that scouting reports, practice time, things that hopefully we drill into guys so that they can stay down, make them shoot contested shots instead of open shots.
Jacoby's pretty good at it.
Yeah, Jacoby's good too. Yeah, he's gotten a lot better at it too.
Coach, in terms of, I don't know if anyone looks forward to going into Fog Allen and going out
Yeah.
against that crowd, but do you almost like that more than maybe a situation against Texas Tech on Tuesday where you feel the pressure of going up against a shorthanded team,
Yeah.
expected to win? You go into Kansas now as a little bit more of a, almost like you have nothing to lose kind of thing.
Well, I think first injuries, illnesses, they're all part of the game. You're going to catch some breaks. You're not going to catch some breaks. Every game's a war, and every game's a one or two possession games. That's how if we play well, we look at it that way. But I think, when you have college game day, it's only at one school, one place. It's a great showcase for the Big 12. Obviously, the last 4 years, us in Kansas have had a lot of great games. We've had them before then as well, but I think they've been more meaningful lately because both of us have been in the top of the country. I think our last, 19 meetings or something? We've both been ranked in the top 25. So, again, you come to Baylor to play in big games. Every game's a big game, but a lot of people think that college game days just stand out a little bit more, and it's great for the sport, and we try to honor the sport with that as well.
You can make sure that Jacoby doesn't like get in his own head about his shooting.
The great thing about Jacoby is he's going to put in the work, and the work gives you trust, and trust gives you confidence. And yesterday made 86 free throws in a row. So, I told him we only probably need 6 or 7 a game, but
Has he hit a freshman wall, or
if he has, yeah. If he has, it's over. Meaning like he's coming out of it because, but I think let's first give credit to Big 12 defenses. It's a physical league. It's an experienced league. They know your plays by now, so things are a lot harder. Second thing is give Jacoby a lot of credit because he's helped us win a lot of different ways. His defense has really gotten better. His rebounding's been outstanding. His ball security's been very good. So at the end of the day, the players we put in this room should care first and foremost about winning, and they do. And some nights you're going to make shots, some nights you're not. The whole key is, are they the right shots? And I think everyone in the room, when Jacoby gets a good look, we expect it to go down more than not. But the reality is, if you're a best shooter in the country, you're making 4 of 10. So 6 of them, you got to get ready to get rebounds.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.
Great, guys. Thank you.
John, you obviously experienced Allen Fieldhouse. What do you kind of tell those guys that haven't been there before?
Well, one of the main things I would tell them is just the courts, just know their arena. Yes, they have great history, but at the end of the day, it's just a basketball court. We've been there, won there, so it's just going to be a game, a great team against another one.
Obviously, you're going up against a really good big man, too, in Dickinson. How do you guys, Josh and Eve, how do y'all kind of approach that?
Just to piggyback on what I mentioned before, it's going to be a great team. Dickinson has been playing great, probably in the list for Player of the Year for the Big 12. So we're going to give them respect. We're going to make sure we get prepared for what is coming in practice and make sure we give them our best shot, to be able to win this game.
John, how have you adapted to your role this season, which has been maybe a little bit more limited than in the past, and kind of having to take advantage of those minutes that you get?
I would say that's kind of a tough question to really answer because, can you rephrase that a little bit, please? That's my fault.
No, you're good. When your minutes are maybe a little bit more limited than they've been in the past, how have you adapted to really taking advantage of those times when you get the opportunity to play?
So I adapted to my role. I believe that my whole playing career is just being how can I say that? A curve with the ups and downs. There have been times where I had a lot of minutes. There have been times I've been great conversation, defense player of the year, all those things. And there have been times where I redshirted. So I've been both sides of the spectrum. So I kind of learned to like trying to get the most out of whatever situation I'm in. And the most important thing is just like keeping confidence. I don't let people tell me how good I am. That's like an intrinsic thing for me. And I play for the grace of the Lord, and I play for the people who love me, I play for my family members. So at the end of the day, regardless the position that I'm in, I'm always going trying to do my best to just represent my family, represent the Lord. So that's kind of my approach of this situation. I really don't care if I'm going to play or not play, because at the end of the day, I know how good I am, and a man is not going to tell me if I'm good or not. A situation is not going to tell me if I'm good or not. I don't change my perspective of myself according to the situation. So I try to stay steady.
When you are out there, it always feels like you're a little bit of a traffic cop telling everybody, where to go, especially on defense. Does that come naturally to you?
I would say it kind of came naturally, because I remember when I started playing the game of basketball, I didn't have that many skills, and one of the best attributes about me was be able to come off the bench with energy. And I knew something, that I could always run hard and I could always talk hard. Like, there's nobody on the floor that can talk louder than me, that can be as specific as me. And I know the guards love that, especially when we're in zone, because they're not able to see what is going on behind. So as human beings, we love to like do little tasks that make us feel accomplished, like waking up in the morning, doing your bed. You feel like you won the day. My way of winning the day, or winning my time when I'm on the floor, is I'm the loudest speaker. Like, I'm doing this at an elite level. There's nobody in college basketball that does it as good as me. So that's kind of my way of feeling like, okay, you're good. You're doing something great, regardless of if you're playing a minute or two. What you did there, there's nobody else who can do it. And I just love it.
Jonathan, how do you, with that kind of crowd, that number of people, how do you tune it out, or do you maybe feed off of it?
I would say I learned to feed off of it with that big of a crowd, because I remember it's actually from the COVID year. We didn't have that many fans at the Farrell Center, but somehow, whenever we were on the road, they had packed gyms. So there's still something you need to figure out how they were allowed. So we were really excited to play on the road more than at home. Don't tell this to our fans. But because of the fans, especially playing Texas Tech, playing at Kansas, Iowa State, those environments. So you kind of feed off of that. And at the same time, I don't let that affect me in a negative standpoint. Like, the whole arena can go crazy, but I still know that I only play for not just someone and my loved ones, and for the name on the back of my jersey.
John, you see him every day in practice, but some of Eve's dunks and games, do they still leave you like, how in the world did you do that?
Oh, definitely. Eves, I would say, is a generation type of athleticism. Like, he's a great athlete, and the man is 7 feet. He thinks he's 6'9", but he's a 7-footer with great length and great ups, great athleticism. That makes up for a lot of his mistakes, and I think he got so much upside for his game, and the sky is the limit. And yes, like, yeah, sometimes I'm like, wow, like, that's an athlete right there.
How much credit do you give yourself in practice for getting them used to the physicality of the Big 12?
Well, I want to give myself credit. I know Coach mentioned a lot that I made the other players better and everything, but we need to give these guys some credit too. At the end of the day, they're the one who showed up and lifted. They're the one who showed up to practice and being physical. They're the one who always show up, trying to be ready. So I think benefits is ready, like credit is ready to them, and our coaching staff, especially our strength coach, making sure that we're ready to go, because when you compare the physicality of Eve from when he got on campus to now, is a whole different level. So I feel like it's going to keep on improving, and the further we go along with the Big 12, the more physical teams we're going to play, they're going to just keep on getting better and better.
Yes.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, guys.
Jaden, what have the guys who have been there before, like JB and John, told you about Allen Fieldhouse?
They told me, like, it's crazy, it's a great atmosphere, but I'm just looking for the experience. I know how hard it is, to win, how hard they say it is to win and stuff like that, but I'm just grateful for this experience and opportunity just to play at Allen Fieldhouse, so yeah.
Do you guys look much at the standings? I mean, obviously you have an opportunity of where you are right now.
Yeah. We try not to. We try not to. We really just don't feel like we talked as a team yesterday, last night. We really don't feel like we accomplished anything. We really feel like we have more to accomplish, really. And some of the games that we lost, we still mad about even losing. So we feel like we really haven't done that yet. We just looking to do more, really.
Jaden, how big was that Iowa State game for your confidence offensively here in Big 12 play?
I feel like it was a great stepping stone for me. I was in a drought. I feel like that game helped me. Just gain confidence and just show me that I could just trust my work and I can get it done for sure. So yeah.
You seem to have a knack for going up, hanging in the air a little bit, and either drawing contact or maybe scoring. Is that something? Has that always been something you've been able to do?
Yeah, that always has been something I'm able to do, but I just try to get better at it. So just through these years, I noticed I could do that a lot. So I just try to get better at it during my workouts and stuff, and that it shows in the game as well. So yeah.
Jaden, how's your head after hitting Eve's knee? Seems like a worse knee to hit on the entire
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I felt lightheaded after that. That hurt it like real bad. I felt lightheaded. So, but I didn't want to come out the game, so I just wanted to keep playing. So I ain't even try to make it known or anything.
Jaden, that last play against Iowa State, y'all didn't call timeout. Is that just a known thing? This is what we're gonna do, or did you take that on yourself?
My coach always all the coaches always tell us, during that time, under 10 seconds, just go. Whenever it's a tight game, man, we work on that end of game situation all the time in practice. Just getting downhill, and I'm always the one, that's just end up scoring and getting to the rim. So it just felt like practice really. So I do this all the time in practice. So might as well just go in the game, and that was the outcome.
What do you think about the Kansas guards?
I think they have really good guards. Really experienced guards. They play in the Final Four. Championship game and stuff like that. So I feel like it's gonna be a great opportunity for us. Just see where we are for sure.
Is this the type of game that you came to Baylor to play?
Huh?
Is this the type of game that you came to Baylor to play?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just playing at Allen Fieldhouse. I already know how crazy it's gonna get, but yeah, I for sure came to Baylor just to play in this type of environment and stuff for sure.
Have you seen them at least maybe on TV or something?
Yeah, I love college basketball. I watch college basketball more than NBA. So yeah, I've been watching Kansas every team. I've been watching Kansas all the time.
I asked Jonathan this: do you tune it out or do you feed off when it gets that loud in a place like that?
I really just tune it out. I really just feel like it's like a game. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just tune it out. It just feel fake. They just there watching. They don't really have no input on the game. They not down there playing. It's really just the players. So yeah.
Jaden, I feel like you obviously have taken a step in your game here recently. Do you kind of look around at some of the other newer guys and say, wow, everybody's kind of turning a corner here and, just kind of building confidence at this point?
Yeah, it feels great because I know how good we can be, when everybody's playing good, and I feel like we can be a Final Four team, even a championship contender team. So, it just feels great that, we just learning how to, just turn that corner and just, take a stepping stone as a team, individually and everybody else as well.
More questions? All right.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you, Jaden.
Thank you.